Good
from
morning.
Bangladesh. Okay. Okay. Hello everyone. This is Joan Chryssakie, Child Advisor of Glory Future Foundation from Bangladesh. So, I'm your today's host. Well, the Glory Future Foundation is a voluntary organization that officially launched on 1st January 2021. It working to bring changes to the world. So, the Glory Future Foundation has been working on children's health awareness, climate, blood donation, rising awareness among the youth about child marriage, children abuse, clean water, uh, organizing picnics with children, etc., etc. So today we have five distinguished guests for today's discussion. We are going to discuss today about the responsibilities for the world and what we can do for making the world a better place. We are going to hear from uh, Joan Chryssakie from Greece,
Research.
the
Research.
advisor. Okay, sorry, uh, Joan
That's
Chryssakie.
okay. That's okay, my
Okay,
dear. Thank you.
okay, okay. Sorry for it. Okay, again from Greece, the advisor of Glory Future Foundation, Ramos from Philippines, the advisor of Glory Future Foundation, Datta Supro from Bangladesh, the child leader of Glory Future Foundation, Oluwalonimi, Morenike, Oniya, the child advisor of Glory Future Foundation, and Elizabeth O. Ogun, Ogunmodede, the child leader of Glory Future Foundation. Uh, I want to thanks to all of you who are watching us right now. Well, we all know that we all have the responsibilities for the world. Many people are putting their contribution for making a better world. They are sacrificing their lives for the welfare of human beings. Today we are gonna have a great discussion with our respected guest, uh, what they think about their own responsibilities for their society, for the community, and for the world, and what they are doing for the world. Okay, now I'm gonna ask my first question to Shupro. Shupro, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So first, tell me about yourself.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Datta Supro, the child leader of Glory Future Foundation from Bangladesh, Bagrat. Let me talk about my personal life. I was in class 6 at Bagrat High School. My hometown is Bagrat, which has many historical interests over the world. As you know, in our Bagrat, we have the historical Shaidgumuz mosques, the Khanjanali Majar, and a very bigger part of the biggest mangrove forest on over the whole world, the Sundarbans. Besides all this, in the whole Bangladesh, our Bagrat is the main supplier of the pond fish and the coconuts. So I am so much happy to be a part of my home district. Uh, as my mother's name is Shumari Dash and my father's name is Pradip Kumar Dotto, both of them are service holders, and they are very much active, honest, and pious. And they help me in everything, in my studies, or in everything, every work of in my life. They help me in every stage. So I'm so much happy to have my mother and father, and my hobby is to reading, watching movies, playing games, writing poems or stories, and that's all.
Okay. So my next question is, what are you doing as an activist?
Okay, as I've told you, I'm the child leader of Glory Future Foundation. That's why I have lots of works, and I have chosen as the leader of the whole Baghdad district. So that's why I have to lead the Baghdad of all the activities done by my home district, my Baghdad. But as I am at the top of my class, so there's lots of competitions in my class. So that's why I'm not being able to give much time for my work, for this kind of physical works. So as an activist of Glory Future Foundation, I'm serving my future generation through my knowledge. I am reciting poems. I am writing poems over the reality, over the humanity. I am teaching them over many important lessons. And beside this, I am added with many kind of organization, many kind of picnics and many kind of workout activities. That's why I'm being able to serve my whole national whole the main target is to teach the children about the humanity and about the reality. And that's why as an activist I am teaching my future generation, the children we are working on, I am teaching them about the humanity, about the reality through my knowledge. And as well as I am writing poems, I am writing stories, I am writing novels, and doing many kind of works. That's all.
Okay. So what will be your contribution to the world?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. What will be your contribution to the world?
Mm. Actually, my future target is to be physician, especially the aesthetician. Uh, so that's why I don't see any kind of very major point to do for the world. But my main target is to do as work as astronomer and solve the mystery of the whole universe. And that's why scientists of the whole world will be able to know about the universe very deeply. And as well as I want to earn a lot of money and serve the poor of the whole world. That's how I want to serve the whole world, because if I serve the poor, they will be able to have a great life. And if they have been able to have a great life, our future generation will turn into a great citizen. And if they turn into a great citizen, our economy and overall all the subjects will grow so much faster. And that's how we want to I just want to change the world.
Okay, the last question is, can you share with a real story and what did you learn from that story?
Uh, as it's a very sad story, but the moral of the story is for our humanity and in a reality, we have to do many works which we don't want to do. We have to abuse the people, but we have a very big kindness over there. We just don't want to help the poor, but we have intention. We just have to do it for because our reality may makes us to do it. I don't know how to tell you a story, but I'll start. One day I was just cycling on the road, and there was a very poor boy, very small boy of 5 years. Uh, he was just giving me a high five, and I was just going through the way, and he was just standing there giving me a high five. Suddenly, his leg fall in a hole, which was covered with a very big concrete wall. And when he put on his leg was broken, literally broken. But he was he's still smiling and giving me a high five because I was smiling and I was in a mood of giving him a high five. I don't know if you understand the moment, but I just can't make you understand because you just have to face it. But I have tell you about this story. If you've been able to face it, you'll understand how the moment was when I was just seeing that moment. I just see a boy with broken legs in front of my eye, but he's still smiling and giving me a high five. You can understand the moment, and from the story, I've learned about a very important things for by humanity, for my reality, and to do something better for our future generation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Uh, uh, so you are a volunteer, okay?
Yeah.
So are you happy with that, or hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Supro.
Okay. Welcome.
Okay, then so my so I'm. Uh, can you hear me?
Of course. I can hear you very well.
I can hear you as well.
Excellent.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
I can
We
hear
are
you
here.
clearly.
We are here. We are listening to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now I'm going to uh, something here from John. Can you hear me?
Joan Chryssakie. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello from Hellas.
Okay.
Good evening to all of
Okay.
my friends here.
Good
I can hear
evening.
you. Good evening. So, I am an advisor of the Glory Future Foundation also. Thank you very much for your kind invitation. Thanks, Mr. Said Khan, my dearest friend. And in such an interesting discussion with you, I would like to participate. So, my message for tonight is that we can change only ourselves. Then there is a hope to change the world for the best of all. So I think, in answering to your first question, I think that
Okay.
I'm not. Yes, tell me, whatever you like. Ask me.
Okay. Well,
Mhm,
the same question
mhm.
again. What are you doing as an activist?
Okay, I think that I'm not an activist, as in the main meaning is well known. I'm a simple person that through my writing, my poems, my novels, articles, passages, through my amateur paintings, through arts, I express my feelings, my way of
I express
thinking.
my feelings,
Oops,
my way of
oops,
thinking.
I hear an echo there.
Oops, I hear it.
Okay. And I express my
Okay.
protest against
And I express my
serious
protest
matters.
against serious matters.
So,
Um, so,
serious matters such as the lack
serious matters
of
such as the
compassion
lack of
in love,
compassion in love,
war, Okay. Compassion, not pity, because pity is another kind of lower emotion. I protest through my writing against cruelty, greediness, and war, as I told you, against social solitude, all kinds of racism, like Jesus said through his tutoring about love without any conditions, and about compassion, not only by words, but by his actions also. Like Krishnamurti said afterwards, and other philosophers said from all over the world. So, this is my way to act for the world. Writing and arts, and protest about all the above. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then my next question is, what will be your contribution to the world?
Mm-hmm. This is a very nice question, a difficult one. So, what do I do for this world? Well, my answer is that I try to have time only by myself during the day, doing absolutely nothing at all. Why is that? Because I try to observe my inner instincts inwardly and then outwardly to connect myself to the rest of the world. Time to observe my indoor surroundings, environment, home, try to keep it neat and right, and to observe my surroundings outdoors. After all this, it's easier, to understand what I am, what life is about, which are my true, my true needs. Besides anxiety for my responsibilities, house to live, food, clothing, payments, etc. When I hear my inner voice, then apparently it's easier to understand the others, people I communicate, like you, every day. So I think that not only in theory, but in my writing, there is or will be an awakening impact for the human beings, because the source of it is from the bottom of my heart, my soul, connected to my spirit. Others say it also, and this is a significant thing for me as a writer. Others say that my writing has this impact, not me, by myself. So this is a significant thing about me, for me. So, in conclusion, that's why it's an alive action to write, to give hope, and to protest about morals like peace, justice, freedom, rights for health, better education, economic stability, and general development of the quality of all people's lives. It has an anthropocentric, people-oriented emphasis to development. I suggest as a way of well-living to concentrate, focus on ourselves firstly, and then act if it's necessary. Only then, otherwise it's hopeless and it will become an outer space issue. If we manage to free ourselves from any domestic status and anxiety, we will be able to help others to gain their intellectual freedom also. So the word cell, I wrote somewhere in my passage, someday, my friends, the word cell is our spiritual cell. So, full of fear, agony about tomorrow, live today is important to have a tomorrow. What do we need? We need general, free-minded education. We need poetry, literature, art, better spiritual teachers like Mr. Said Khan. So, I would like to congratulate him about the great job Said Khan does with his students, you children. He has an active, excellent job by inspiring them to love, read, write poetry, literature, and in this way of teaching, he gives them the means to the most important revolution. Only in this way of learning we can create inspired, independent, free, critical-minded, human beings with a strong, free personality. Not only soldiers for this international society we live. Thank you. I told a lot.
Yeah. Okay, can I ask another question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you share with a real story and what did you learn from that story?
I have many. I have a lot of stories to tell you, real stories. But one of them, it was 8 years ago. My only child, my daughter, was in the elementary school. So then came up a matter, an educational matter, and a moral matter also. So I lived then in a small country town in North Hellas, Greece, and a reporter made me an interview. He chose me among other parents and teachers there because the matter was about, they thought it was a racism matter because the Ministry of Education here in Greece made an order to all schools there. In Komotini was the town, and all over Greece, Roma children, Roma, a kind of Philip, Roma students have to made classes, have to be in the same classroom with all other students, Muslim, Greek students, etc. The problem, it wasn't moral at all. It wasn't a racism matter. As I explained clearly, with love to them, I think that all children in the world has the same right to education. But if Roma children had a lower level of education than the other students, you all understand that they couldn't have the same good result to the education. So it was another issue there, a health issue, very important. We, all parents of the other students, were obliged to give medical certificates about our children. That's the way here in Greece and internationally. But the parents of Roma didn't have the same obligation. So I explained to them that Roma didn't, uh, Roma weren't a minority. We all were a minority because only we were obliged to give to the school this kind of certification, medical certification. So it was a significant matter of health. I told you a lot, so I think they understood. The matter was solved. I protested then to the ministry, to the Department of Ministry of Education there in the country town, and they sent a message to Athens, to the capital town, to the Ministry of Education, and the schools are obliged to do lessons in another classrooms. Roma students made the lessons, had the classes in another classrooms with better professors, better teachers, with more hours to exercise themselves, because they had a lower educational level. That is my story. Excuse me for my English, isn't so well. And so I've learned to give positive thoughts and actions, protest with love, and all those will turn back to me, to you. Thank you very much, and excuse me for my English.
Thank you, John. No?
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much, all of you, for your kind attention. Oh, we have a problem there with internet. We are waiting.
Okay, good evening to both of you. As we wait for our beautiful host, maybe let's proceed to Oluwalonimi. Yeah, can you do the honor and to please introduce yourself to everyone? You are muted. You are muted. Please unmute yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right. Good evening, Lady Joan and Lady Ramos. Am I correct?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. I am Oluwalonimi Oniya from Nigeria, from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria. And I'm a writer with a published book. I've just finished writing my second book and it should be published soon. I am a teens advocate and I am also an affiliate marketer. I love teenagers and young people because I strongly believe that the future of the peace of this world is in the hands of young people. And I prefer to work with the minds of young people because I believe that whoever a person is not far from the kind of mindset that the person has. No one can actually do more or less than what they have in mind. If you do not believe in killing somebody, for example, if your mind has not accepted that it is a norm to kill somebody, you won't carry a knife and slaughter somebody who is like you. So it starts from the mind. And I've been doing this for some years now, by organizing programs within Ondo State where I stay and outside Ondo State across Nigeria. I have written a lot of articles. Some were posted on my Facebook, my Instagram account. I've written a lot of articles in this regard. I have published a book, and the second one is on the way to being published. And I'm also writing more books in that regard. I have been able to meet with so many teenagers, in which I've had one-on-one counseling with so many of them, and so many other things I've been doing to make sure that my aim is achieved. And the aim I have basically is to inspire greatness in the minds of these young ones. Because if they do believe in themselves, I do understand that a lot of people out there come from different backgrounds. Some have family problems, they are from broken homes. So they go into drugs, they go into prostitution, they go into all manner of things. Some of them have inferiority complex. And so this makes them to take decisions that are not good enough for them. So I do all this to reach out to them, to inspire greatness in them, and to make them understand that there is much more to life. There is much more they could achieve with their life, with their existence, that will benefit them, benefit their families, and the world at large. So that's basically a brief introduction about me.
Okay. Okay, first of all, I'm so sorry.
You're welcome back.
Yeah. Okay. So, can I question? Actually, I have a four question for you. Can I ask you? Oluwalonimi?
Okay, yes.
Oh, okay. So, can you share with a real story?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so okay. Can you share with a real story?
A real story.
Yeah, a real story for you. Um, and
Hello.
and what did you learn from this story?
Okay, is that for Lady Joan or for me?
Actually, I have why my voice is repeated.
Yeah, maybe oh, it's also there's an echo. Yeah, maybe you mute yourself first, Oluwalonimi, while we are talking, and yeah, uh, maybe let's go. Let's proceed to the next question. What are you doing as an activist?
First of all, I can you hear me? All right, all right. First of all, I see myself more as an advocate. Let me put it that way. Yeah, more as an advocate. So basically, what I'm doing as an activist or as an advocate is that I am advocating for young people having a sound mind that can in turn help them to live a life of productivity and efficiency. So that is basically what I advocate for. Young boys, young girls who can live effective lives and then transform into more responsible adults and in turn raise other children who are responsible and who have the proper mind to approaching life situations. So it all begins with young people. That is what I believe. If you work on them today, they would in turn give birth to other children tomorrow and train them on the proper path that you have been able to groom them with. So that is basically what I advocate for.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, Ailenemae Ramos, right?
Hi,
Uh,
good evening.
Hello. Uh, okay. So I have questions for you. So first, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, do you need to go with me or you want to finish Miss Oluwalonimi first? She just finished the first question. Do you want to continue to her before me or?
No, for you.
Okay, okay. Okay then. I am Ailenemae Ramos. I am from the Philippines and a domestic worker here in Hong Kong. And I'm a mother and an author and a writer also. And I have published one book of mine, and the title is Beyond the Sunset. And yeah, that's all for now for me. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much for Mr. Saidkan for inviting me for giving me a chance to be an advisor for Glory Future Foundation. And I am so happy to be here with you all tonight. And thank you so much for all the viewers who join us tonight. Yeah.
So next question is, what are you doing as an activist?
Yeah, like Miss Oluwalonimi. I don't know if I pronounce it right. I like what she said. I am not an activist. I am just a simple woman, a simple mother, and a simple domestic worker. And I am a volunteer here in Hong Kong in different organizations in different communities, which helping my fellow migrant domestic workers to know their rights. And I am more on volunteering to raise awareness of our rights as a migrant domestic workers, as a woman and as a mother who who's working miles away from their loved ones to support their family and to give their family a good future. Yes, to provide their family's needs in everyday life. Yeah, that's me, and I don't want to call myself as an activist.
The next question is, what will be your contribution to the world?
I think to contribute to the world is I need to do it on my own. for myself as well. I want to change the world, but before I can do that, I need to change myself first. Be like what I always say, like what I always tell to everyone. If you want to change, be the change. If you want to do something, if you want the world be like this, if you want the world have peace, if you want the world achieve that peace and love to one another, you have to start on your own self first. You have to have your inner peace in yourself. You need to have those kind of be kind to yourself before be kind to others, something like that. And yeah, that is my, I think that is my uh, way of saying to change the world. Before doing so, I need to do it myself first. So I need to be a role model to everyone. I need to be a role model to my friend, to my family. I need to do good things first before asking someone, before requesting to someone to do something good for their self and for the community and of course for the world. Yeah, that's all I I can say for that question. Thank you so much.
Okay. The last question is, can you share with a real story of you, and what did you learn from that story?
With that, I have a real story. 11 months ago, as a domestic helper, I experienced a lot of. Uh, I work with different families here in Hong Kong for 12 years, and I experienced a lot of kind of different situation, different scenarios for those five employers I work with. And last year, I call it as a nightmare for me. I've been treated as not like a human. My previous employers treated me not good enough, which I think everyone doesn't deserve. Everyone doesn't deserve, and I am kind of scared by that time because I don't want to lose my job because I'm here to work. I'm here to earn money to provide my family's needs every day, provide my to help my kids go to school and uh, give them some kind of support, something like that. So I don't want to lose my job. So I decided to stay there and work until one day I realized I cannot do it anymore. I cannot I cannot I cannot work with them. My mental well-being is really affected. My mental health is not in good condition. By the time I feel a lot of depression and anxieties, I keep on thinking what will gonna happen to me if I stay here for long. So I decided to raise my voice. I decided to step up. That is what I learned in this, the equality of being a domestic helper and an employer. Because even I am just a domestic helper and they are my employers, we are both human. We are all human and we live in this world as equal. So that is what I learned in that situation, that the equality, the inclusion of a domestic helper here in Hong Kong. So I needed to step up. I needed to go out from that scare, from that dark room that I am with before. I go out and seek for advice, seek for help from my friends, from agencies, and yeah, and here I am now. I am working with a good employer right now, and I am in a good working workplace. And yes, I continue my passion in writing. I continue my passion in supporting my fellow migrant domestic workers, and I am looking forward to keep that passion in me, to keep that my volunteerism, my kindness to everyone, to help them uh, know the rights here in Hong Kong while we are working. And yeah, that is what I I just while you are talking, that's what keep pop on my mind to share it to you also. Yeah, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much. Okay, so now thank you, our respected guest, the advisors of Glory Future Foundation. It has been great discussion. I hope uh, we have come to know a lot about the responsibilities that we have for the world, and we will have lot more discussion later on. Until now, stay well, and at least I will say we will change the world together. And yeah, good night.
Good night, everyone.